As welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to Palmyra High School. I will be your play-by-play here tonight with Remington Yates on the call as the Canton Tigers will take on the Van Far Indians in a rematch of last year's third-place championship game. And so it will be an interesting matchup. And another interesting part of this matchup is this could be a sectional game later on in the season with Van Far and Canton. And essentially, they could meet here as Palmyra will play as host to the Class 2A sectionals, or at least for, certain matchups of the Class 2A sectionals. Not to really, they're not going to host the whole entire Class 2A sectionals. Imagine that. That would actually be pretty entertaining here in Northeast Missouri. Might have to get on top of maybe doing some coverage for that. Never know. But we get set here, and the Canton Tigers are warming up. They are shooting off to the right end of the court. We are behind the benches here at Palmyra High School. And Van Far will be shooting to the left in the first quarter. In the second quarter, the court will flip, of course. Canton will then be shooting to the left, and Van Far will be shooting to the right. I've got 30,000 schools running through my head, and I only just need two. As we get set here, let's take a quick time to thank our sponsors. We'll take a break afterwards. We'll come back with more pregame show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Here's your sponsors for tonight's game. Drew Horner, Shelter Insurance, Jeff Whiston, Farm Bureau Insurance, Mike Stoffer, Farmers Co-op, Beverly Brothers Gas Station, Harris Oil Company, B&B Farms, Hoeing Trucking, Designing the Wild Tiger Boutique, Autumn Harvest Farms, Sharps Custom Detailing, Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Arnold Funeral Home, and Fleer Feed Incorporated. Now, it's time for Canton Tiger basketball here on the Lewis County Scoop Sports.
This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com. Need rock, sand, fertilizer, grain, or feed hauled? Hoeing Trucking LLC has you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we deliver fast, reliable service across the Midwest. Family owned and built on trust, we move what matters safely and on time. Call Hoeing Trucking today, 217-430-0130, or visit hoeingtruckingllc.com.
Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
And welcome back to Palmyra High School. The snow is falling. I got up at 6:30 in the morning, got cleaned up, headed this way, met the bus on the way down, passed them, of course, to get down here and get set up. Got a lot of equipment set up, and I'll tell you this much. We got a doubleheader, of course, tonight. Canton plays Van Far for the third-place boys game, and afterwards it'll be the Highland Lady Cougars taking on the Monroe City Lady Panthers for the chance to reclaim their crown. And as soon as that last game is done, I am going to try and get an interview with Jaco, pack up, get out of here, and get back home where it's nice and warm. Of course, if you're not able to make it down to the game, I don't blame you, of course. So if you just want to sit at home where it's nice and warm and listen to me ramble on about stupid stuff that does not pertain to the game, well, I do that a lot. So sadly, no Jaden Schumann as well. He's down on the court right now, warming up with the team as they get set for this game here and a chance to reclaim their third-place crown. Taking a look at your starters, well, we'll have a change in the starting lineup for the Canton Tigers, who are the home team, but let's start with the Van Far Indians. A junior in number 2, Caleb Baskett. A senior in number 3, Gibson Condi. A senior in number 20, Pacey Redding. A senior in number 21 of Gavin Gaston. And a senior in the number 34 of Evan Utterback. Some names I'm very familiar with from last year's team as they get warmed up on the court. But last year's fourth place Van Far team falling to the Canton Tigers. Let's see if they actually have that here on the Mitchell website from last year. We'll go back to the 24-25 season. We'll scroll down to the Tony Lenzini. And a loss by a 5-point game to the eventual 25-6 Canton Tigers, who went on to become second place in the state tournament last year. As compared to this year, though, the Van Far Indians are sitting quite well in their season and have a pretty decent record of things. 10-5 so far. They've got some decent wins. Some tough losses, though, along the way, losing to a 10-6 Hallsville, 53-20, losing to an 11-4 Salisbury, 51-44 at the Centralia Invitational. But they did pick up a win over Centralia, and Centralia typically a very good school in almost every sport that ever comes to them. But Centralia sits at 9-7 this year. They picked up a loss to North Callaway, 62-43. They would also pick up a loss to Silex, 70-59. However, they would pick up a good win over Bowling Green, 11-4 Bowling Green squad, 56-55. Of course, depending on Bowling Green's schedule, you never really know how a team is based on their record. Did take a bit of a beating, though, in the second round of things here against Palmyra, where they would fall 65-35 to the Palmyra Panthers. Palmyra earning their chance to play for the championship against a no-so-familiar foe in Monroe City tonight. Today, that game will tip off, I believe, at noon. 11 or noon. They pushed all these games back, and they keep pushing them back on me, and I'm just getting more tired as the day goes on. Might even have to go to bed early. They still got a decent bit of schedule left. They'll have to go straight to the Bowling Green tournament next week, and they start things off with Clopton. Then they play through Montgomery County, Paris with Faith Walk, Mark Twain, Wellsville, Middleton, Christian Fellowship Junior, Clopton, and Wright City before moving on to districts in the state tournament. Take a look at the Canton Tigers so far this year. I brought my tablet actually for one, so now I actually have the Misha website, and I can actually look at records and schedules and see where things kind of sit. Canton sitting at 9-8. You know, it wasn't going to be very much the same team as last year that goes on the big runs that they did, but they've got some decent wins on their belt, but also some hard losses as well. Lost to an 11-4 Kirksville squad, but that is a very tough squad. Lost to Scotland County, but in the district is being weird for Canton as teams are beating each other. And I believe if Canton picks up a win over Scotland County on the 30th, then that will set them at first place in the district for the time being. They did pick up a win over an 11-5 Schuyler County, 71-70 in overtime. Did pick up a win over South Shelby. Did take a tough loss to Unity Mendon early in the season, but definitely still plenty of season left for these Canton Tigers to get this season on track and for districts to get some momentum built that way. 1:34 remaining. We'll take a little bit of a break again. We'll be back here with tip-off. We'll be back with National Anthem and tip-off.
This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com.
Welcome back. We'll send it to the PA for the pregame announcements. Actually, we'll go to the Canton starting lineup. So it'll be the number 10 senior Ian Burbridge, number 12 senior Blake Sparrow, the number 40 senior Caden Oliver, number 42 senior Drew Gottman, and the sophomore in Noah Bringer. Canton in their white uniforms, red numbers, black outline with a bit of a red down the sides. Van Far in their black uniforms with yellow lettering, very contrasting. So very good unis for both these teams today. And it's a dark red for these Canton Tigers as they announce the starting lineup. And I like when we have good uniforms that I can actually see. Some of the Highland faithful getting here early as well. They'll watch a bit of the Canton game, and mainly here to get the Highland Lady Cougars, of course. But if you get a chance to support everybody, you might as well. As we'll stop here for the national anthem, we'll be back. Yep, I guess no national anthem, actually. We'll just go right into the game. I thought we were going to get a national anthem. Must be doing it for the championship games then. Here's the tip-off. Caden Oliver's going to get it. He'll get it to Noah Bringer. Bringer will take it back the other way, and now he'll bring it up. Noah Bringer will bring it across midcourt. He sets kind of near center court. He'll pass it over to his left to Ian Burbridge on the far sideline. Ian Burbridge looks around here. Scoreless game to start things off, of course. Drew Gottman goes up top to Bringer. Bringer going to drive in. He gets in the paint. He'll make a step move. That one swatted away. That one, I believe, by Pacey Redding. And Van Far will bring it back the other way with Gavin Gaston. Gaston will then pass it up top, then comes over. Now it's all the way over here to the near wing with Gibson Condi. Condi will then go up top to Basket. Basket going to drive. Then he kicks it out to the corner. No good. Caden Oliver's going to swipe away at it, but Van Far comes up with the rebound, and it goes to Gaston up near middle court. Gaston being defended by Drew Gottman. He'll go to his left into the corner for Basket. Then goes back to Gaston. Gaston going to drive. Can't get into the paint by Drew Gottman. He'll pass it out to Basket. Basket going to look around. Basket on the far wing. He drives and gets in the free throw. Gets in the paint. Goes up. He'll go foul. And we'll send him to the line for two. That will go on Noah Bringer. No, they'll give that to the 12 of Blake Sparrow. That'll be his first, team's first. At the line is Basket. His first one, no good. Free throws not being a very big fan of the Tony Lenzini tournament for some teams. 7:03 remains. This one up. No good. Caden Oliver on the rebound. Not a good way to start. Caden Oliver will bring it up. He'll hand it off to Gottman to his left. Gottman up with it up top. Goes to his right to Noah Bringer on the near wing. Then goes up top to Gottman on his left. Gottman looking, or Oliver driving. He goes up. They're going to call a travel on Oliver, and it will be a turnover for the Tigers. 0-0 your score was 6:48. No foul. They put a foul on the board. They took it off. Can't give a foul for a travel. It's just a travel. It's a turnover. Bad pass there by Gaston looking for a basket in the corner as it goes out of bounds and will be a Canton ball. Maybe try and do turnovers, but we'll see how well this works. I've got the book. No Jane Schumann to do the book for me. I need to just find someone to do books for me. But again, I have struggles even finding a color commentator. Burbridge passes it up top to his right. It goes to Gottman, who passes to his right on the near wing with Oliver. Oliver looks around, and he'll go to his left up top to Gottman. Gottman looking around, 6:24 remaining. Goes to Burbridge on the near wing. Burbridge going to drive. He throws it up. No good. Battle for the rebound. It comes up to Utterback. Utterback will then pass it over to Redding. Redding going to drive. He's going to try and pass it out to Condi, but Oliver with the steal. Now Noah Bringer with a big pass. This one up and in for two. Noah Bringer found a wide open path, and Oliver found him for two. Canton starts things off 2-0 here with one foul. Gaston got a tip off of, or Gottman tipped off of Gaston. Burbridge picked it up and in for two. And Burbridge will make a 30-second timeout happen for the Van Far Indians. We'll take a break and be back here on the Lewis County Scoop.
If your school, team, business, or event needs promotional products, then you need Design It in Canton. Design It is a full custom screen printing and embroidery shop. Whether you need a couple of shirts or a couple thousand, Design It can handle the job. They have some of the best designers in the area to bring your idea to life. Come in and see them Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays by appointment. You can also shop their online store at designitapparel.com. That's Design It in Canton.
Welcome back. Remington Yates on the call here. 7 seconds on the timeout. 5:49 remaining. Canton Tigers lead 4-0. Van Far takes a timeout after two bad steals, or two bad passes, kind of end, really just two bad possessions. Give Canton possession and two easy points on big breakaways. As here comes a drive, Bryce Redding has entered the game. Then he finds down low to Pacey Redding. Redding will then head out on the near wing. Being defended by Gottman. Redding goes to his left, goes in, drives up, no good. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be a Van Far ball underneath the Van Far basket. Basket will head under to the baseline. So he will inbound it. This one up and in for two. That's Pacey Redding with a inbound jump shot. Caden Oliver will bring it up 4-2 your score with 5:19. Burbridge on the near wing, passes it up top to Blake Sparrow. Sparrow kind of drove in, then stepped back out. Gives it to Oliver on the far wing. Then goes to his right for Drew Gottman. Gottman fakes the shot. He drives in, gets in the elbow, then passes to Burbridge. Burbridge mishandles it. Now he's going to look, tries to get it to Oliver. Oliver's able to get it. Oliver will then go to his right for Burbridge. Burbridge shoots for three. That one too much on it. And rebounded by Evan Utterback. Utterback going to bring it up across midcourt. He'll hand it back to Redding. Pacey Redding going to drive in. He gets in the paint. He'll just throw it up and in for two. Pacey Redding long and lanky as he stands at 6'4". A senior for the Van Far Indians. Noah Bringer on the far wing, then passes it to Gottman up top. Gottman will then come to the near wing for Burbridge. Burbridge will then pass into Sparrow. Sparrow going to throw it up. No foul. He'll say he stepped out of bounds. And a substitution in. Gavin Gaston will re-enter the game for Gibson Condi. Oliver to inbound. Near side of things. He gets it into Bringer. Bringer shoots for three. No good. That little rebound, but Van Far is able to come up with it, though, as it's tied up 4-4. Pacey Redding with 4 points on the day. Caden Oliver's been a bit of a quiet player these last few games for the Canton Tigers. As Van Far is looking to drive. Gaston goes up and in for two. Gavin Gaston with a mid-range shot in the paint. Came from the far side, drove in, got in the paint, and just made a little jump shot. Noah Bringer brings it up, passes it to the near wing of Gottman. Gottman drives into the elbow. He's going to make a step move. He'll go up. He's going to get fouled. He'll go to the line for two. That'll be Van Far's first foul of the game. And gives Gottman a chance to tie things up here. That foul going to go on the 25 of Bryce Redding, his first. Gottman at the line. This one up. No good. Gottman at the line for his second shot. This one up and in. 1 point game for the Van Far Indians. 6-5 your score with 3:52 remaining. Gaston will bring it up top. He'll hand it off to Pacey Redding. Then gives it out to Gaston. Gaston will travel. And that'll be yet another turnover for the Van Far Indians. No Bringer will go out. Into the game is Colton Baker. Gobbin will inbound it to Burbridge. Burbridge will bring it up. He goes to the far wing for Sparrow. Sparrow looks around, passes it to his right for Burbridge. Burbridge brings it closer, tried to find something. Nobody cut in, and Evan Utterback picks it up. Down low pass. Gaston up and in for two. Gavin Gaston will extend it to a 3-point lead. Well, I'm messing up my scorebook already. As Canton brings it up. Passes it across. Colton Baker with it. Looks, gives it to Caden Oliver on the far wing near the sideline on the far side. Oliver trying to bring it up, facing off with Pacey Redding. Redding will he'll go to Gottman on the far wing. Then up top to Burbridge. Burbridge looks around. He's going to try and drive in. He gets in the paint. He goes up. But they'll call the foul, and it will be a shooting foul. That will be Van Far's second. That one going to go on Bryce Redding, his second here in the first quarter, decently late in the first, but I would assume he's going to go out here for Gibson Condi. This one up and in. Ian Burbridge at the line. Eight-6 your score. Burbridge at the line, chance to make it a 1-point game. This one up and in. It's a 1-point game. 8-7 your score. 2:56 remaining. Gaston brings it up to Pacey Redding. Redding will go to Utterback up top, and then passes it to his right to Gaston. Gaston was looking to maybe go into the paint on a pass. Gives it up top to Basket. Basket brings it to the near wing, then hands it off to Condi. We'll get a foul here. That's going to go on the 14 of Colton Baker. That's his first, team's second. No shooting foul to be baseline. Gaston to inbound. Gaston will find a wide open Redding. He's going to shoot for three. No good. Utterback there on the rebound. Up and in for two. Evan Utterback makes it a 10-7 game, a 3-point game. What a big three-shot would do here for the Canton Tigers if they can find it. Passes it to Blake Sparrow up top, then gives it to Oliver on the far side. Colin Oliver drives in. He's trying to find the baseline. He tries to go up. There's going to be a foul and that's going to go on Reading. Oliver tried to go up. That's going to send Caden Oliver to the line. That's being on the number 20 of Pacey Reading, his first, team's third. Van Far getting a bit of foul trouble here with 2:15 remaining, 10-7 your score. Here's a shot, that one up and in for Caden Oliver. Chance to make it a 1-point game once again. Here's a shot, that one up, a little light on that one. And I think Oliver even knew it. 3-2 your fouls. Van Far leads there. 10-8 your score. It's a 10-point game, or a 2-point game. Had a 10-point game yesterday with the Canton Lady Tigers, who won. Tried to find Gaston, who flew through the air to receive a pass, but goes out of bounds with it. And so Canton will get possession, and they'll bring it up the court. It's Ian Burbridge. Burbridge will then go to his right for Blake Sparrow on the near wing. Blake Sparrow will then pass it up top to Burbridge. Logston gets set to come in. Burbridge finds Oliver. Oliver going to go up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Throws it up and in for two. Caden Oliver will tie things up here. Makes it 10-10 apiece. Now here comes Gaston. Gaston finds Utterback. Utterback up and in for two. And just like that, Van Far's retaking the lead of 12-10. Oliver will bring it up. He'll hand it to Burbridge. Burbridge on the near wing-ish, kind of up top. He'll pass it out to the corner for Sparrow. Sparrow stops. He looks. He's trying to find Oliver. Oliver missteps, and that will go out of bounds and will be a Van Far ball. Noah Bringer and Logston will come back into the game. Well, Logston will enter the game for the first time. Over. 12-10 your score now. Being brought up by Gaston. It's getting moved around. Now it comes to the near wing with the number 3 of Gibson Condi. Condi looking around, passes it across to Reading. Reading looks around. Reading trying to drive in, and Sparrow will get called for a shove. Blake Sparrow on his second foul, and that'll bring in Drew Gottman. Just a kind of a collision. They ran into each other, but they called the shove on Sparrow. Utterback will go out of the game. Entering the game is Slade Keller for the Van Far Indians. He goes to Gaston. 57 seconds remaining here. 12-10 your score. Finds a wide open Gaston up and in for two. Gaston all over the place for this Van Far Indians squad. Well, what was the old Disney song? No one is like you, Gaston. Noah Bringer with it near middle court. He's going to find a lane, though. He's going to chuck. He tried to chuck it out to Drew Gottman. Here's a steal, though, from Gibson Condi, but he loses it, however. Bringer gets it to Gottman. 28 seconds. Gottman's going to bring it up. Gottman will look for Bringer. Bringer tries to find a baseline. He's going to go up. No good. And picked up by Pacey Reading off the backboard. Reading drives. He goes up. No good. Logston on the rebound. And flop. So they're going to call a flop. Who they call a flop on? I think they called it on Gottman. $11 seconds, 10, 9. He hardly ever gets that. He falls like he typically does. Oliver going to shoot for three. No good. Logston goes out, gets the rebound. 2-1. Gaston just going to chuck it up. No good. Well, that'll do it here. 14-10. Your final at the first. We'll take a break and be back.
Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
Savings are here at Missouri Airco. Sweet Tooth Hostess Sweet Treats are 2 for $4. And try Wenzel's Farm Pro Sticks, 2 for only $6. Also, save $4 on Old Trapper Beef Jerky 10-ounce bags. Airco Rewards members get double the points on promotional items.
Got farmland you want to rent out? Contact Austin Braunstein at B&B Farms, a local farm ran by generations of farming. Give Austin a call at 573-501-1151. B&B Farms, a proud sponsor of Lewis County Scoop Sports.
Welcome back. 16 seconds remaining here for the first quarter break. We head to the second quarter. 14-10, Van Far leads. This game, a potential sectional matchup between the Canton Tigers and the Van Far Indians here at Palmyra High School. And it could take place here at Palmyra High School in the sectional game. Of course, both teams will have to get through their districts. Gaston will get the inbound from the three of Gibson. Condi, when the ball moves around for Van Far, a little too quick for me. As here comes Redding. Redding up top. He's trying to drive in. He stops, and he'll chuck it out to Gaston. Gaston will find a lane. Then he tries to find Utterback. Utterback wasn't expecting it. He just throws it up. He gets his own rebound. He'll throw it up again. No good. That one swiped out of bounds, and a foul actually will be called on the number 2 of Caleb Basket. Well, I guess they're not going to say any official foul. Gottman will pass it up top to Oliver. Oliver will go to the far sideline off to his left. Now he's trying to drive in. He goes right a little bit. Then he stops. He spins. He looks around. He'll pass it out to Logston. Logston will give it to Bringer. 7:23 remaining here in the second quarter. Passes it over to Caden Oliver. Oliver looking around. He'll pass it across to Burbridge. Burbridge looks, drives, gets in the paint, loses it, however. A slight tip from Gaston. Gaston with a big break here. Goes up and in for 2. Gavin Gaston for the Van Far Indians being a very effective piece. Pass across. Burbridge has to reach to get that one. Burbridge brings it up just a little bit. Goes near wing, then hands it to Noah Bringer. Bringer looks, drives, baseline, gets a wide open pass, but he's trying to find a pass. He gets it out to Caden Oliver. Oliver has to go and get it a little bit. Oliver drives in, gets in the elbow, mid-range, up. No good, off the front of the rim. Now battle on the ground. We'll get a jump ball here, and it will remain with the Canton Tigers underneath their own basket. This one inbounded by Caden Oliver to Burbridge. That one was tipped off of Casey Redding as it goes out of bounds and will be Canton ball still. Over on the far sideline in the corner, Caden Oliver going to chuck it out, and there it is again. Caleb Basket, the Van Far height and length as Harmontrout was looking for a travel call. No travel call as that one up and in for 2. Caleb Basket on the 2 there. Gottman drives, goes up, and a charge will be called on the Canton Tigers. Dalton Armentrout trying not to get charged here with the technical, but not very much agreeing with the officiating here in the second quarter. Gottman on his first foul of the game. That's Canton's first in this quarter. 6:14 is getting a little bit out of hand, but not too much, as it's an 18-10 score. 8-point game for Van Far. Gavin Gaston will bring it up. He will pass it now down low. Then it's tipped away. Caden Oliver with it now. He's got a big break with Burbridge to his right. He's going to drive. He'll go up and in for 2 himself. 18-12. Hall of Famer Ronnie Richardson off to my left. Pass up top. Utterback. Then goes over to Basket in the wing. We're going to get a foul here. That's going to go on the 25. Of Bryce Redding. That's his 3rd personal foul here in the second quarter. Bryce Redding didn't start the game, but he's been playing quite a lot of minutes as he goes and sits down for a little bit. Burbridge on the far wing looking. He'll pass it to Gottman up top. Gottman looks around. Steps over to his right a little bit. Gives it to Oliver on the wing. Oliver shoots for 3. No good, off the front of the rim. Utterback on the rebound. 18-12. Utterback tries to drive, but is met with Oliver. Passes it out to Gavin Gaston up top. Then passes it across. Now goes over to the far wing with Condi. Now it goes to Basket. Basket drives wide open. Goes up and in for 2. And a timeout going to be taken by Canton here. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break and be back here on the Lewis County Scoop.
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269. From feed and fuel to fertilizer and farm supplies, Farmers Co-op has what you need. Call Mike Stauffer at 660-342-6788. and let your co-op keep your farm growing strong.
And welcome back. Noah Bringer will inbound it on the left side of me here. He'll get it into Burbridge. Burbridge will bring it up the court. Canton shooting to the right. Fanfare shooting to the left. Looking at your phones if you're looking at it sideways or your TV screen. Gives it to Gottman up top. Gottman looks around. Gottman will go to Burbridge to his right on the near wing. Burbridge drives up and no good. Rebounded by the two of Caleb Basket. Gaston will go up top the basket, then goes to Utterback. Utterback is going to throw it up for three. That one, not enough on that one. Don't know why Utterback shot for that one. That one came up light. Oliver will bring it up. 20-12 is your score. As Gottman going to drive wide open, not able to, but he'll tip it out. Burbridge will get it. Gottman goes up. He'll get another chance and in for two. Drew Gottman will make it a 6-point game here, 20-14. Coach Conaway for the Indians barking out orders. Pacey Redding with it. He'll give it up top to Condi. Condi will go to the far wing, then hands it off the basket. Basket kind of stepping back. Now he's going to drive. He's got Burbridge. There's going to be a foul on a shove. That'll be Canton's second. Ian Burbridge with his first personal foul. Conaway asking where the foul will place the ball. It'll go to the far sideline with Utterback near midcourt. He'll pass it in to Condi, who'll go to Basket, who'll go to Gaston. Gaston looking around, being defended by Griesbaum. Now he passes it. It's going to go over to Basket, then over to Condi on the far wing. Then passes it up top. Basket shoots for three. No good. Bounced in and out. Griesbaum went down for the rebound, gets shoved, and that will be a foul. The flopper won't really show me the foul. That will go on the 34 of Evan Utterback. Came in from behind and shoved. Caden Oliver will bring it up. 20-14 your score. Justin Griesbaum it into the game at some point. Noah Bringer brings it up. He's going to try and drive in. He gets in the paint. That's going to be a travel on Bringer and will be a turnover. 20-14, 3:33 remaining. Gaston will bring it up. Kevin Gaston in the wing will pass it into Utterback. Utterback trying to back down Oliver. He goes up. No good. Oliver on the rebound. And he'll break out with it. He's going to drive it in. He'll find Gottman. Gottman goes up and in for two. Gottman cut in from the near side and found himself underneath the rim with an easy layup from a pass from Oliver. Basket will go to the 20 of Redding. Redding will then go to the far wing of Utterback, who hands it off to Redding. Redding is going to shoot for three. No good. Bounce in and out. That one tipped out of bounds by Gaston as he tried to go for the offensive rebound. Burbridge will inbound it to Oliver on the far further side of the baseline. Oliver hands it to Burbridge. Burbridge will pass it across to the near side of Gottman and goes to the other side for Oliver. Oliver barking orders. He'll go up top. Oliver having to be a captain of this team this year. As he drives, he goes up and in for two. Caden Oliver finds two and makes this a 2-point game. 20-18 your score. 2:25 remaining. AC Redding with it, being defended by Gottman. Utterback comes back to try and provide a screen. Doesn't really work. He'll pass it over to Condi. Condi drives, gives it out to Redding. Redding goes up, no good. Rebound Burbridge. Almost threw it out of bounds, but he's able to get it back. Ian Burbridge will bring it up. He's going to go to the far corner. Then he'll pass it to Gottman up top. Gottman going to shoot for three. No good. Burbridge on the rebound. And they'll say Gaston tipped it at the last second there as it goes out of bounds. And will be Canton ball underneath their own basket. Caden Oliver will get it into Noah Bringer. Noah Bringer, he's going to step back. 154. Look to try and pass it over to Griesbaum, who wasn't paying attention, but it was tipped by Van Far a few times. It goes out of bounds. Blake Sparrow will re-enter the game. He's got 2 fouls as he went and sat down for a little bit. Oliver will inbound it. Bringer will go sit down. 150 remaining here in this half. Gets it in. Blake Sparrow wide open, up and in for two. Blake Sparrow finds a path and ties this thing up. Gaston passes it across. Now it ends up over here with Cooper Hutt. Now pass across, now into the corner. Here comes Basket. Basket steps into the elbow, goes up, no good. Rebound, Caden Oliver. Oliver going to bring it back to the other way with a chance to take the lead. Oliver going to drive, step move, goes up, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it is Redding on the rebound. Being surrounded by Tigers, he finally gets a bit of a breathing room, and he'll pass it over to Gaston, who will then go to the corner with Basket, then goes up top. Gaston shoots for three. That one off to the side of the rim, and rebounded by Drew Gottman. Oliver then pass it to Burbridge. Burbridge going to drive up and in for two. He'll go for the and one. Felt like a bit of a lazy play, but he got it there, and we'll send him to the line for the and one. Canton takes its lead of the game. First since early in the game. Didn't see who the foul was on. They got the graphic stuck on the and one. This one up. No good. I believe that will go on Gavin Gaston. They have him down for a foul. That's his first. Team's third. Shooting for three. Hits it is the 20 of Pacey Redding. 23-22. They take a 1-point lead. Van Far. 38 seconds here. Griesbaum with it. Looks for Gottman. Gottman goes up and in for two. Right now, this will determine a lot of momentum going into the locker room. 24-23. Canton leads. 25 seconds. There's going to be a foul here on, I believe, Drew Gottman. And it'll be shoving for Drew Gottman. Cooper Hutt will head off for Gibson Condi. Colton Baker will come in for Griesbaum. Three fouls for both teams this quarter. Going to look in. 20 seconds here. Pacey Redding with it on the far wing. Then he passes it to his right to Basket. Basket will then go to Gaston up top. Then comes to the near wing with the number 20 of Pacey Redding. Redding will then go to Gaston. Gaston going to look to drive. And that'll be a foul with 6.2, and that'll send him to the line for two. That'll probably go on Gottman once again. Yes, that will. That'll be his third. Although he might have to go sit out for a little bit. Gaston at the line has been an effective shooter. We'll see at the free throws. That one up. No good. 24-23. Canton leads. Chance to tie it up here. This one up and in. They'll tie it up, and that's the first free throw Van Far has hit. They are 1 for 4. Ouch. This one inbounded to Oliver with 6 seconds. Oliver going to drive up. He gets to the near wing. He's going to go mid-range up. No good. Too much on that one. And that will be it for the half. We will sit at tied at 24-24. Both teams have taken a timeout. We'll take a break and come back with the halftime report brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Need some fuel in your car and your belly? Stop by Murphy's Gas Station in Monticello, Missouri. With a full menu and daily specials, sweet snacks, and plenty of fuel, they'll help you get through your day and to your destination. Murphy's Gas Station, just off Highway 16, Monticello, Missouri.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
When fall arrives and you're searching for the perfect pumpkin, head to Autumn Harvest Farms just off Highway 24 in West Quincy. With pumpkins, family fun, and more, it's the place to be this autumn. Returning this fall. Don't miss it.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
And welcome back here at Palmyra High School. 24-24, your score at the halftime remains a relatively close game. Van Far got a little bit ahead there, but the Tigers have found a way to come back and tie things up here. They even took a lead, and Van Far was the one that had to come back to tie things up here. I'm your play-by-play, Remington Yates, bringing you the action on the Lewis County Scoop Sports Network as we are live on Facebook and YouTube here at Palmyra High School. Snow doesn't seem to still be falling, but I could be wrong. I don't have a window or anything to look out of, but I'm not seeing more snow on the ground, so it might be all right for now. I'm not really seeing much. I'm seeing a few flakes here and there, but it's not like we're getting total coverage on the ground yet. At least when I look out at the sidewalk on the other end. As Coach Ashton Jaco is here, and the Highland Lady Cougars are here, and they are ready to get going and hopefully reclaim their crown of the Tony Lenzini Tournament. 7:57 here. 2, 4, 6, 5, 7. 5, 7, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we have done a switch here on things. Canton scored 10 in the first and 14 in the second, while Van Far scored 14 in the first and 10 in the second. So we switched things up a little bit. Fouls so far, if I remember, Canton only had 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and in the Van Far Indians, 3 and 3. We'll count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I missed a foul somewhere then. I know for a fact Van Far had 6, so I missed a foul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm missing a couple fouls here. Maybe they did have another foul in that first. Can't be fully sure. I can't go down and check my book. I might be able to get Ruth Brotherton to go down and check the book. So, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll survive. 6:32 remaining here. How about we take a bit of a longer break? We'll give some of our ads, our sponsors, some time on the air. This is the halftime show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We'll be back.
This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com.
Savings are here at Missouri Airco. Sweet Tooth Snickers share-size bars are 2 for $5. And try Hershey's One Bar, 2 for $4. Great savings. Also, Icon Meats Beef Sticks are 2 for $6. Airco Rewards members get double the points on promotional items.
If your school, team, business, or event needs promotional products, then you need Design It in Canton. Design It is a full custom screen printing and embroidery shop. Whether you need a couple of shirts or a couple thousand, Design It can handle the job. They have some of the best designers in the area to bring your idea to life. Come in and see them Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays by appointment. You can also shop their online store at designitapparel.com. That's Design It in Canton.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
Welcome back to Palmyra High School. Remington Yates here. Well, we'll take a look at the upcoming game, though. All two familiar foes, and if I remember correctly, they have played each other earlier. And so I hope some of the Highland fans are listening in as they get ready, heading their way probably here to watch that game. All right, now your score between the Canton Tigers and the Van Far Indians, 24-24. As Van Far's made their way back out to the court, let's take a look here at the Misha website and take a look. If I remember correctly, Highland and Monroe City lady teams met once already this year, and they will meet yet again on Tuesday. But of course, they will meet tonight for the championship of the Tony Lenzini, and then its conference matchup on Tuesday. And this will most certainly determine a very good spotting in the Clarence Canton Conference on who will walk out the champion of the Clarence Canton Conference. And this will most doubtly help out in the district standings as well. And I didn't select the Monroe City one. I wanted the Highland tab. There's the Highland tab. That's what I wanted. And if we look, yep, the 101st annual Monroe City basketball tournament. Highland picked up the win there over Monroe City, 49-32. Monroe City sits at 9-4 on the season so far. Highland at 14-3. Their only 3 losses to Liberty, Brown County, and Clopton. 3 very good teams, 2 of them from the Illinois side of the river. And Illinois is a very tough basketball and falling to an undefeated Clopton 15-0. But of course, they have picked up some good wins as well as they sit state ranked number 3. They picked up a win over the 13-2 Kirksville Lady Tigers. A win over the 12-3 Scotland County Tigers. A win over the Paris Coyotes, who sit 11-4. And so Highland sits pretty well on where their season. In fact, 2 wins over Kirksville, one early in the season, and a second one for the Highland Tournament Championship. And so the rest of their season is going to look pretty interesting as they take on a 10-6 South Shelby, a 6-11 North Callaway, a 15-1 Centralia. Then they'll take on a 6-9 Macon and 3-13 Palmyra as things sit currently. And so they will look to reclaim their crown against Monroe City. And of course, you're going to probably go with the same starting 5 of Josie Murphy, Chevy Sharp, Kira Rothweiler, Abby Lay, and Addie Abel, unless some things have developed that I don't know about. And you'll probably see some things out of Allie Lundberg, Ella Vaughn, Leah Thomas, maybe even Corin Brinkley, and Emma Berry. I mean, just the entire bench will find ways to contribute. About 1:47, let's take a break. We'll be back with the second half of action here. We're tied up 24-24. I'm your play-by-play Remington Yates here on the Lewis County Scoop Sports Network.
Need rock, sand, fertilizer, grain, or feed hauled? Hoeing Trucking LLC has you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we deliver fast, reliable service across the Midwest. Family owned and built on trust, we move what matters, safely and on time. Call Hoeing Trucking today, 217-430-0130, or visit hoeingtruckingllc.com.
Shelter insurance agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
And we are back here, 44 seconds remaining until we begin the second half of action here. Let me make sure my lines are all drawn. Yep, we are good. It is tied 24-24. Van Far scored 14 in the first, 10 in the second. Canton scored 10, then 14. The next 2 quarters will most undoubtedly determine who is walking out of here as the third place champions of the boys bracket in the 83rd annual Tony Lenzini in Palmyra, Missouri. Canton will now be shooting to the left of me. If you're looking at your screen, just imagine that they'll be shooting to your left. The benches are on the bottom of your screen with the scoring table. Yes. One of the officials talking to Drew Govern, I'm sure, over the flop that was called earlier is, comment I know probably wanted an explanation on what was different about his falling there. And they had a laugh about it, and they moved on. So Gottman obviously agreed with the call. Here's a down low pass, then in. Utterback going to look into the paint. He goes up. That one's swiped away, but he gets his own rebound. He's going to go up and in for 2 and 1. Evan Utterback starts things off for Van Far and gives them a 26-24 lead. Back at the line for one. He will hit it and gives them a 27-24 lead. Only 1-3 so far in this game coming from Van Far. Oliver will come near side to Sparrow. Sparrow will then go to his right to Bringer. Bringer shoots for three. That one off the back of the rim. And basket tipped the rebound, but it ends up in Ian Burbridge's hands up top. Burbridge looks around. Burbridge will direct traffic. He'll give it to Sparrow. Sparrow moves to his right, goes up top, loses it for a second, but he's able to re-dribble it and get it up. Gives it to Caden Oliver on the far wing. Oliver gets in the paint. Hands it to Bringer. Bringer looking around. Drives, gets in the paint. Spin move up and in for two. Noah Bringer putting on some moves. The young sophomore filling in for Bryson Brewer, who will be out. Brewer out to injury this game. That one up no good. Noah Bringer on the rebound. Don't even know who took the shot. This one passed up to a wide open Drew Gottman. Gottman keeps it in. Tried to pass it in. Bringer tried to keep it in. That one out of bounds. It will be a Van Far ball in front of the Canton Tiger bench. To inbound it is Gibson Condi, who'll get it in to, I thought that was Gaston, but that's Pacey Redding. Where is Gaston? Oh, there is Gaston. I feel like I'm singing the song. Utterback will hand it out to Gaston. Gaston up top, looks around. He'll pass it to his left on the far wing for Redding. Then it goes to Gaston. Then it goes to Basket. Then to Gaston up top. Then to his left to Redding. Redding shoots for three, no good. Drew Gottman on the rebound. Pacey Redding. Oliver on the far wing, passes it down low. Sparrow on the baseline, can't get it, gives it out to Oliver. Oliver shoots for three. And Caden Oliver. 29 to, let's get the graphic down, 27. Oh, we changed the scoreboard again. Pacey Redding going to shoot for three. Pacey Redding hits three. Gives Van Far lead yet again. Let's let the ball fly. 30-29, a 1-point game. Gottman will go up top to Bringer. We're going to get a foul here. And that's going to go on the number 2 of Caleb Basket, his first, team's first. Canton was also assessed a foul. One passed into Burbridge up top. Burbridge looks around, goes to the far wing, hands it off to Sparrow. Sparrow up top now looks. He'll go to his left for Gottman on the near wing. Gottman will then move to his right, a little further up. Then he drives in to the elbow and gives it out to Sparrow. Sparrow will then go to Burbridge. Burbridge looks. He's going to go up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Goes up and in for two. Ian Burbridge. 31-30 your score. Gaston will bring it up, passes it across the Redding, then goes over to the near wing of Basket. Basket will then find Utterback down low. Utterback goes up, no good. Had to battle through Sparrow and Oliver. Oliver, both of them putting their hands up, not getting a foul. That one passed up into the far corner for Gottman, then goes to Sparrow to his right. Oliver up top, then passes it into the corner for Burbridge on the near wing. Misses the three ball and rebounded by Redding. Redding going to drive in. He'll get it across midcourt, being defended by Sparrow. Van Far, a little taller team of things, but Canton handling it as well as they can. Utterback will then go to Redding. Redding going to shoot for three. Hits it. Now you got to find a way to shut him down. 33-31. Bringer will go to Burbridge. 2-point game. Gets it to Oliver. Oliver up top. Will go to Burbridge on the far wing. Burbridge will bring it up top to his right. Then he goes over to Gottman. On the far wing, Gottman going to shoot for three. No good off the back of the rim. Burbridge battles for the rebound, but it comes up with Pacey Redding. Redding will bring it back the other way. And Utterback going to drive in, goes up. He'll get fouled. He'll go to the line for two. That's going to go on Gottman. That's his fourth. That's going to put him in trouble. He'll go sit down for a while. Back at the line for 2. That's Canton's second foul of the quarter. That one up, no good. Colton Baker will come into the game. Back at the line. He'll throw it up. No good. Comes up with the rebound is Redding. Redding going to throw it up and in for 2. So still found the points. Makes it 35-31. As again, just got to battle this length that they have. Sparrow up top with it now after a handoff from Oliver. He's going to drive. He's going to go up. No good. And that's rebounded by Bryce Redding. And looks like we're going to get a stoppage for blood. And Sparrow doesn't very much like that one as he wants to keep playing. Cheston Griesbaum will come into the game. So Sparrow will have to go get cleaned up. A little bit of bad luck for the Canton Tigers. With Godwin getting another foul and Sparrow having to go sit down. So these younger talent going to have to try and step up and play a big part here. Utterback on the far wing for Van Far. And we're going to get another one here. Another official timeout here. And it looks like Gavin Gaston will have to go get cleaned up. It looks like he might have got a little bit of blood off of Sparrow. The Sparrow will have to take longer. Well, now Sparrow's coming back. He's got it all bandaged up. But they'll have to sit out for a while. Now over on the far sideline, it'll have to be Bryce Redding to inbound it. Redding looks around, gets it into Gaston. Gaston will then pass it to his right for Redding. Redding will go up top a little bit. That's Pacey Redding. He gives it to Utterback. Utterback will then go to Bryce Redding. Pacey Redding, actually. Redding drives, gets in the paint, throws it up, and in for 2. Pacey Redding finding some baskets now. A little less from Gaston. Oliver going to bring it up. He'll pass it across to Burbridge. 37-31. Canton's got to find a drive here. Burbridge drives, but no good. Rebounded by Redding, then passed across to Pacey Redding. Redding drives, goes up, no good. He gets his own rebound, however. He goes up and in for 2. That's going to force a timeout for Canton. And it'll be a full 30-second timeout for Canton here in the third. We'll take a break and be back here on Lewis County.
Got farmland you want to rent out? Contact Austin Braunstein at B&B Farms, a local farm ran by generations of farming. Give Austin a call at 573-501-1151. B&B Farms, a proud sponsor of Lewis County Scoop Sports.
And welcome back here. 10 seconds left on the timeout. 39-31 your score. Van Far leads. I believe we didn't have all the officials ready. They're trying to clean up something on the floor. I think there may have been some blood on the floor. As now Canton will finally get sat down here after having to clean up the floor a little bit. So I'm going to check it here. As well, now there's going to be a late substitution going to be coming in. I don't think, they're not going to allow that one. That was a way late for Caleb Baskett trying to come into the game. As Ian Burbridge will bring it up. Burbridge will go to his right on the far wing for Noah Bringer. 39-31 your score with 2:29 remaining in the third. Bringer tried to drive, but he stops. He'll give it out to Oliver. Oliver on the wing. Then he goes up top, then drives in, gets in the paint. He'll get fouled. And we'll go to the line for 2. 2-2 are the fouls. That one going to go on the number 20 of Pacey Redding, his second. Oliver at the line for 2. Oliver shoots first one, that one in. Now, finally, the substitution of Baskett will come in, and Leighton Logston will come in for Colton Baker. 39-32. Oliver puts that one up and in. Now it is 39-33. 2:19 remaining here in the third quarter. Gaston drives up, being defended by Burbridge. He handed off the basket. Basket fumbled with it, but got it back. Now goes over. It's back to Gaston. Gaston tried to find a pass in, but instead is tipped by Burbridge. He'll get it back, however, and finds Utterback. Utterback goes it to Gaston. Gaston loses it. He'll pass it out. Now it's Burbridge with a steal here. Burbridge has one to beat. He's going to go up, and no good. And if rebounded by Bryce Redding. There comes a drive from Caleb Basket from the near wing. Caleb Basket stops. He spins around. He looks. Caden Oliver pokes in, gets it out. Now Pacey Redding with it. He's stepping back. He goes now, tries to go over. Being defended by Noah Bringer. Blake Sparrow gets sets to come in. Utterback will look. Find Redding. This one up. No good, but he'll get fouled and go to the line for two. That's going to go on the 22 of Justin Griesbaum, his first. Team's third. 39-33 with a chance to extend the lead here. It's Bryce Redding at the line. Redding will put this one up and in. Sparrow re-enters the game for Griesbaum. 3 timeouts left for the Canton Tigers here with 1:34 remaining in the third. This one up, no good. Battle for the rebound, tipped away by Burbridge, but Van Far comes up with it. Gaston then goes over to Redding. Redding drives. Pacey Redding looking around, finds it down low. Utterback. Utterback then tries to give it out. Now here's a drive. That one up. Bryce Redding. He gets fouled. And I believe that will go on Logston. Nope, they're going to call that on Blake Sparrow. That'll be his third. Team's fourth. Bit of foul trouble for the Canton Tigers as a team. 40-33 your score. This one up. No good. As I believe we'll have a lane violation. Nope. As he made it, he will hit it. He is 3 for 4 at the line. Burbridge on the near wing looks around. Goes out to Caden Oliver. Oliver will look. He's going to have to try and drive in, but he'll shoot for 3. Hits it! Caden Oliver. 41-36, closing this game up. But here comes a drive from Gaston, and he tries to find Utterback. Utterback mishandles it. Utterback going to go up. Way too much on that one. 59 seconds. Rebound by Utterback up and in for 2. Hits it up to Noah Bringer. Bringer going to drive. Tried to find the baseline. He stepped back mid-range 2. That one up no good. Rebounded by Redding. Pacey Redding on the rebound. He'll bring it up. 40 seconds remain here in the third. They'll go to Bryce Redding. I'm going to assume brothers. This one up. No good on the 3 ball. Caden Oliver on the rebound with 30 seconds remaining. Oliver brings it across midcourt with 28 seconds. Oliver going to drive. Goes up and in for 2. Caden Oliver might be looking to step up. 43-38. We'll get a foul here, possibly. Or out of bounds. Substitution will come in. It looks to be the 11 of Garrett Hook. He'll come in for Bryce Redding. Sparrow will inbound it to Caden Oliver. 14 seconds remain. Oliver with a chance here to put some more points and go to the fourth with some momentum. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oliver looking to drive. He'll throw it up and in for 2. Caden Oliver putting on a third. This one chucked up by Gaston. Ooh, almost went in there. And now it's a 3-point game here for the Van Far Indians, leading 43-40. We'll take a break and be back here on the Lewis County Scoop.
From feed and fuel to fertilizer and farm supplies, Farmers Co-op has what you need. Call Mike Stauffer at 660-342-6788 and let your co-op keep your farm growing strong. Need some fuel in your car and your belly? Stop by Murphy's Gas Station in Monticello, Missouri. With a full menu and daily specials, sweet snacks, and plenty of fuel, they'll help you get through your day and to your destination. Murphy's Gas Station, just off Highway 16, Monticello, Missouri. When fall arrives and you're searching for the perfect pumpkin, head to Autumn Harvest Farms just off Highway 24 in West Quincy. With pumpkins, family fun, and more, it's the place to be this autumn. Returning this fall. Don't miss it. Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
And welcome back here, fourth quarter, about to get underway. 43-40, Van Far leads the Canton Tigers. Time your play-by-play, Remington Yates, 8 minutes left. Unless, well, we get some extra time. You never know. Still not really coming down outside. Still seeing occasional flakes here and there through the door that I can see out of. And so we'll have to do a quick substitution here. Sparrow thought he could get cleaned up in time. He's got a bit of blood coming out on his left knee. And so Baker will come in for the sub. Burbridge on the far sideline will inbound it to Caden Oliver. Oliver with a last second two-pointer to give Canton to be within 3 of this game. Here comes Oliver with a drive, one-handed up, no good. Logston with the rebound, up and in for 2! Leighton Logston. Now here comes Van Far. It's a 1-point game here. Canton cheerleaders cheering defense. Armin Trout seeing something he doesn't like. He'll bark out some commands. It goes up top here for Basket. Basket will then go over to Gaston, who then goes to Redding. Redding going to shoot for 3. No good. That one bounced in and out. Burbridge on the rebound. Passes it up to Oliver. Armin Trout with his hands on his head. As now Noah Bringer going to shoot for 3. No good. Off the back of the rim. Battle for the rebound. It is Redding. Pacey Redding on the rebound. He's going to bring it up. Pacey Redding has been shooting the 3 ball pretty well. And also finding some good drives. This one out. Here's a shot for 3. No good off the rim. Rebound. Jump ball will be the call here. And we'll stay with the Van Far Indians as Leighton Logston went up on that one. Pacey Redding going in for that rebound. This one inbounded to Pacey Redding from Gaston. Spin move up. No good. In Burbridge on the rebound, but tipped away. Gaston gets it back. Caden Oliver tried to steal it from the floor, not able to. Gaston with the rebound. This one up and in for 2. Gavin Gaston finally finding some points, being shut out in that third. Burbridge will go to the far side in the wing with Colton Baker, then goes back to Burbridge up top. Burbridge looking to drive in, finds Logston. Logston going to go up. He'll get fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. That'll be Caleb Basket, his second foul, team's first. Van Far, the first ones to foul. Leighton Logston at the line. Up, no good. Chance to make this a 2-point game. 45-42 currently. It's a 3-point. Logston's second shot up, no good. And it's rebounded. And Pacey Redding will bring it up. Redding gets it across midcourt, hands it over. As it sits with the 21, here's a drive. That one passed to Utterback. That was Gaston, and it's stolen away by Leighton Logston. We'll get a foul here, and it'll be Canton ball. As Logston gets a rip. And that will go on Utterback, his second of the game, team's second. Logston will inbound it to Burbridge. 6:07 remaining, 45-42 the score. Burbridge will go to Bringer on the near wing. Baker going to find a wide open lane, up and in for 2. The young sophomore finds a wide open lane. Bringer's able to see the court. It feels like a little different than some players. One pass, Pacey Redding trying to find a baseline, not able to. He'll pass it out to Gaston. Gaston shoots for 3. Nothing but net. It'll be a full timeout, I believe, by the Van Far Indians to make it 48-44. We'll see the official rule. Full timeout, Van Far. We'll take a break and be back.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269.
As we get back here, 5 on the timeout clock, 5:39, 48-44 your score. Van Far leads, taking a timeout there. Let's say the 2, then the 3 ball. Yeah, that's what I got down here for Gavin Gaston of the Van Far Indians. Noah Bringer will inbound it into Burbridge, and Bringer back to Bringer, and he'll bring it up here closer to us. Gives it to Burbridge. Burbridge on the near wing. He'll pass it across to Caden Oliver. Oliver looks to drive. He's going to stop. He's trying to find something. He'll find Burbridge with a down low pass. This one up and in for 2. Ian Burbridge. Now it's a 2-point game here for the Van Far Indians. Not much of a 3 ball, about only 2 for the Canton Tigers. Bryce Redding hands it off to Pacey Redding. I'm going to assume brothers. Pacey Redding will go to Bryce Redding. Redding goes up top with it. Bryce looking around. He'll hand it off to Gavin Gaston and goes across the basket on the far wing and gives it to Pacey Redding. Pacey looks. He'll go up top to Caleb Basket. Basket thought about the 3 ball. He's going to drive in. He'll chuck it up. That one off the backboard. Burbridge comes down with the rebound. 2-point game, chance to tie it up or take the lead depending. Gives it to Caden Oliver. Oliver looking around, maybe thought about it, goes over to Burbridge on the far wing. Burbridge going to drive, pass it out to Colton Baker. Baker gets into the elbow, passes it up top to Noah Bringer. Noah Bringer for 3. Dang! Noah Bringer! 49-48. It's a 1-point game. Here's a drive, that one up, and it'll be a foul. I believe that will go on Leighton Logston. That will go on Leighton Logston, his first. At the line is Gavin Gaston. He is 1 for 2 on the day so far. Chance to tie this game up. That first one up and no good. Substitution gets set to come in. It'll be the 3 of Gibson Condi. This one up, no good. Caden Oliver on the rebound. However, Van Far is able to rip it out of Oliver. Oliver will pick it up, though, after a bit of collision between Canton and Van Far player. No call. Burbridge down low pass. This one up, no good. And Burbridge will get fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Oliver with a pass to Burbridge in the paint. That one will go on the number 2 of Caleb Basket, his 3rd. Team's 3rd. Burbridge again at the line. His first one is up. No good. That's the first one he's missed today. He was 2 for 2. Now he's 2 for 3. As the Monroe City radio guys show up, they're looking cold as ever. Burbridge at the line for his last one. Condi entered the game. Here's a shot. No good. Chance to extend the lead, but was not able to come up with anything for Ian Burbridge. Condi will then go to Pacey Redding on the far wing, being defended by Blake Sparrow. Goes under back up top, then goes to Bryce Redding on the near wing. Redding will then go up top to Condi. Condi shoots for 3. Bounces around, battle for the rebound, comes up. Pacey Redding. Redding goes up. No good, gets his own rebound. Actually, Bryce Redding gets it, goes up and in for 2. Takes the lead with 50-49. Got to stop the offensive rebounds. But you got a bit of foul luck here with 3-1 being the fouls. Caden Oliver getting a lot of hands put on him. And a timeout going to be taken by Dalton Armentrout here. It looks to be a full timeout by Canton. We'll take a break and be back.
Savings are here at Missouri Airco. Sweet Tooth Snickers share-size bars are 2 for $5. And try Hershey's One Bar, 2 for $4. Great savings. Also, Icon Meats Beef Sticks are 2 for $6. Airco Rewards members get double the points on promotional items.
If your school, team, business, or event needs promotional products, then you need Design It in Canton. Design It is a full custom screen printing and embroidery shop. Whether you need a couple of shirts or a couple thousand, Design It can handle the job. They have some of the best designers in the area to bring your idea to life. Come in and see them Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays by appointment. You can also shop their online store at designitapparel.com. That's Design It in Canton.
And we are back here. 3:27 remaining. Van Far with a 50-49 lead. Canton had possession, but couldn't find some open passes or anything. A lot of hands being kind of well defended. And so Coach Dalton Armentrout takes a timeout. He now only has 2, and both of them are fulls. If I'm counting my timeouts right here. Burbridge will look to inbound. He'll pass it in to Noah Bringer. Bringer looking around. He'll hand it off to Burbridge. Burbridge goes center court. 3:22 remaining and counting. Pass it over to Caden Oliver. Pressure being put on by Van Far. Logston will come up and give a screen for Burbridge. Burbridge going to drive. He's going to throw it up and in for 2. Ian Burbridge gives Canton a lead up 51-50. Got to get a stop here. As Gavin Gaston will look, he's trying to find a baseline, defended, gives Utter back now to the wing. Here's a shot for 3, Condi. Battle for the rebound is Bryce Redding. We'll get a foul here. That'll be a shooting foul. They had to discuss it. That's going to go on Leighton Logston, his second. That'll be Canton's second foul of the quarter. At the line is Bryce Redding. This one up and in. Now it's tied up at 51 apiece. Here's a chance to take the lead back for Van Far. This one up and in for Bryce Redding, and a substitution will come in. Caleb Baskett will re-enter. 52-51 your score, 2:53. Jaden Schumann said it last night, the Cardiac Canton Tigers. My heart is pumping with 2:47 remaining here. Caden Oliver will find Burbridge on the near wing. Burbridge is going to look around. He'll pass it to Gottman up top. Gottman has 4. He's going to have to be careful. Gives it to Oliver on the far wing. Oliver looks, goes up top. He's trying to drive in, not able to. He'll hand it off to Ian Burbridge a little further in the wing. Burbridge going to find a wide open lane. Goes up and in for 2. Ian Burbridge reclaims the lead for the Canton Tigers. 53-52. Got to get a stop here. Utterback, or actually that's Gaston will bring it up. He'll pass it over to Redding, who gives it to Bryce Redding. Pacey Redding to Bryce Redding, then goes back to Pacey Redding up top. Being defended by Burbridge. He's going to drive, then he's going to chuck it out. Caleb Baskett for 2. Or for 3, actually. Leighton Logston on a rebound. He gets shoved down. Or actually a pull down, 34. Evan Utterback with his 3rd foul of the game. That is the 4th foul for the Van Far Indians. One more, and they'll send Canton to the free throw line for the rest of this game with 2:03 remaining. Oliver will go to Burbridge. Burbridge on the near wing will pass it up top to Gottman. Gottman looks. He'll hand it off to Oliver. Oliver going to shoot for 3. No good. And Caleb Baskett on the rebound. He'll hand it to Gavin Gaston. And Leighton Logston being careful not to foul there. Gaston will go to Baskett on the near wing. Being defended by Drew Gottman. He'll pass it across to Bryce Redding. Redding going to look. He'll give it to Pacey Redding. He'll give it to Bryce Redding. Then he'll give it back to Pacey Redding. Redding looking to drive, step move. He'll throw it up and in for 2. Pacey Redding finally finding some points this quarter. Caden Oliver will bring it up. He'll pass it over to Burbridge on the wing. 54-53 Van Far. Drive, no good. Burbridge trying to get his own rebound. There's going to be a foul.
Hold firm, number 1 seed.
That's going to go on the number 20 of Pacey Redding. That is his third, and that's the fifth foul for the Van Far Indians. That will send Ian Burbridge to the line for the rest of the game. Or that will send the Canton Tigers to the line for the rest of this game with 1:15 remaining. And a chance to tie this game up and possibly take the lead. Ian Burbridge at the line. First one is up and in. 3 for 5 so far. Burbridge, second one up and in. Gives Canton the lead once again. 55-54. Get a stop here, and you got a chance to extend that lead. They'll pass it over to Pacey Redding. Pacey then goes to Utterback, then goes to Gaston. Gives it to Pacey Redding. Redding going to shoot for three. Stops it. He'll shoot. No good. Short, and Leighton Logston on the rebound. He'll pass it over. 52 seconds. Canton with a stop here. Ian Burbridge will bring it up. Harmontrout going to stop him. Let him foul. Let him foul. There you go. They'll send Caden Oliver to the line. Hit your free throws. Extend your lead here. That's going to go on the number 20 of Pacey Redding. That's his fourth. You don't want to take him out, though, if you're Van Far, because he's been one of your more effective scorers. This one up and in for Caden Oliver. We'll see what the play is here. Blake Sparrow and Noah Bringer will come in. For Leighton Logston. And who's the other one? Or no, Bringer will stay in. This one up and in. Caden Oliver hits both of them here. 57-54. Here's a drive. That one a bad pass towards Utterback in the paint. Goes out of bounds and will be Canton ball. Substitution. That's going to be Gibson Condi coming in for Caleb Baskett. Sparrow will inbound it. He'll get it into Drew Gottman. Gottman will try to escape. Passes up to Ian Burbridge, who's wide open. Then finds Noah Bringer wide open under the paint. That one up and in for two. Noah Bringer, 59-54. This one up top. Bryce Redding for three. No good. Rebound, though, gets Noah Bringer. Comes in from behind, and a foul on Evan Utterback. That'll send Noah Bringer to the line. That will be actually going on Gibson Condi, his first. Still team's fifth. Kind of wish the Highland folks would come join me over here. This one up and in. Noah Bringer hits the first one. Canton with a huge fourth quarter to be able to take the lead here. And now it is 60-54. Still a 6-point game, though. Here's a chance to make it 7. And this one up and in. 7-point game here for Canton with 22 seconds remaining. Basket hands it off to Pacey Redding. Redding step back. Three. Sparrow will foul and hits it. Pacey Redding hits the three ball from the near wing and goes to the line for the and one. That will go on Blake Sparrow, his fourth. As he kind of went jumping into Pacey Redding after Redding had shot. This one up and in. 61-58. And a timeout going to be taken here. We'll keep it on the air. It'll be a full timeout with 13.6. 61 to 7:58. 61-58. Canton leads. You have to get it out and try and hold on to it with 13.6 seconds, or let them foul you and go to the line, hit your shots, and walk out of here. 39 seconds on the timeout. Canton having to try and do very well here. Caden Oliver having a big third quarter to help push this team back into this game. Noah Bringer and Ian Burbridge being the big scorers in the fourth to really push them ahead. But now they've got to try and hold it here as Pacey Redding has come up big with a three shot and got the and one. I believe that was Canton's. We'll see who has what timeouts left as 10 seconds on the clock, but I believe we'll just kind of come back early. 61-58. Both teams are down to 2 timeouts, so Van Far, I believe, will take the minute timeout. And now Gottman will look to inbound it. Gets it into Oliver. Keeps the ball away. He'll get fouled. He'll go to the line. This foul will go on the number 2 of Caleb Baskett, his 4th, team's 5th once again. At the line is Caden Oliver. This one up and in. Sadly, don't have a photographer here today. Carr wouldn't start, so Hayden McMichael couldn't make it, but we will have photos from the Canton girls' 3rd place game, which they won against. This one up, no good. 62-58 to score. 4-point game. Here's a shot for 3. Pacey Redding battle for the rebound. Caleb Baskett will get it. There's a foul. He'll go to the line for 2 with 1.8 seconds remaining. That's going to go on Noah Bringer, his 1st. Team's 4th. At the line, Caleb Baskett for a chance. This one up. No good. It remains a 4-point game. Farmer Trout make an adjustment to the boxes here. Second one for Baskett is up. No good. And the rebound by Bryce Redding. That one up. No good. And Canton will walk away with the win. 68-52, your final score. Or 62-58. I don't know why I said the wrong score there, but I did. Big 4th quarter there. We'll take a break. We'll add up some stats. We'll be back after this.
Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
And we are back here as they are handed the medals. We'll see if Ruth Brotherton will sneak in and grab one herself. 16, 3rd quarter. A 22 4th quarter pushes Canton ahead of the Van Far Indians.
Last year, we're so long. Yeah, 49.
18 for Van Far in that 3rd. For 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 in that 4th quarter pushes Canton ahead. And so that will do it. We'll wait for Coach Dalton Armentrout. We'll probably actually do him for the halftime of the girls' game if he's willing to. I don't know how much he's willing to stick around, though. As the Highland Lady Cougars head out to warm up, this is your post-game show brought to you by Phillips Heating and Cooling. Canton did a wonderful job, did great on the free throw line tonight. Caden Oliver having a big game tonight, obviously. Players having to step up as you don't have without the freshman Bryson Brewer. Noah Bringer definitely being one of those big stand-ups, and Ian Burbridge standing up as well. And so the Canton Tigers will reclaim their 3rd place crown and will move on to next week where they will meet with Palmyra on Tuesday here at Palmyra High School. So they will be back. That will do it for us here. We're going to head into broadcast. We'll head off to the next broadcast and be back here with the Highland Lady Cougars looking to reclaim their crown against the Monroe City Panthers and look to claim their 2nd tournament this season. We'll take a break and be back here.